Check 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Mondays. Yeah, that's the right one. Word. That's the one. They say maybe we get something. No, this ain't it. That ain't it. What? Oh no.
It's back, bitch. The snack wrap is back. Here it is, baby! Oh, good. I'll stop by and check it out.
Bruh.
I beg your finest fucking pardon. I mean, what do you want me to say, bitch? I'm glad you brought the snack wrap back.
All
I
right,
kind of
we're
wish
back.
you had done it sooner.
We are
Are
here.
you fucking kidding me right now? Do you have any idea how long it took to put this together? You mean put
Hold
a chicken
on.
tender in a tortilla?
What the heck?
I don't even...
Hold on 1 second. Let me get to this brother's comedy. Let me get started. Sorry, I'm running a little behind. I was doing something with the family today. Let me hit you with the AI girl and let's get started.
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly...
All right. Now that that is out of the way, my name is Mike Reed, and I'm here to talk to you about all things related to commercial appliances, how to get in the business, and how to grow your business as I bring you along with me. I was talking with a gentleman who is also in a similar predicament. He's trying to grow his ice business, and he agreed to come on the show. So I'll be bringing him on. I sprung it on him today, so it'll probably be a little bit later on, either later on in the week or later on next week. But with that being said, I want you all to be ready with all your questions, your comments, and concerns. And I had somebody on here that wanted to ask me questions. I'm going to address a couple of questions. I had a couple of questions that were asked on Instagram. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can address these. One of the questions involved HVAC. Is it a good thing to go to an HVAC school? My advice on that is if you have plans on doing HVAC, maybe going the commercial route. If you have any plans on doing HVAC and the commercial appliances, that's something that you can do. Going to school for HVAC is not really going to help you in this business. It's going to help give you guidelines, but the refrigerants are all completely different. We're no longer using anything similar. Only thing we did share for a while was 410A. So we're not sharing any refrigerants. How you deal with the two units are completely different. You're going to spend a good $30,000 to go to someone's HVAC school, and then you're going to have to learn appliances all over again. Everything has changed so much on the commercial side for appliances that none of those HVAC schools can kind of keep up. And Untamed Kango, what's happening? So that's not going to help you. Having your CDL isn't going to help you. Only thing that CDL would work with is if you're going to start up make an arrangement with the internet dealers, and then you truck whole kitchens. So there are like Webstaurant and the top 10 internet dealers. They actually are selling the entire operation, the whole kitchen, to people, and you could actually truck that stuff over and then deliver it and install it. That is the only place I could see where having a CDL would have anything to do with this business. And we had someone else that was asking about, they were asking about the training classes. So once again, training classes are an activity that's done outside of the summertime. So when you have Christmas, when you have Christmas, Thanksgiving, when you have summer break, you tend to have fewer training sessions. One, because this is the busy season for all things related to refrigeration. The heat taxes the systems, and a system that might have been working in June is not going to be working in August. So those things come up. So into June, all of July, all of August, you end up having to deal with a lot of refrigeration calls. So that automatically knocks out a whole swath of training. So you don't find ice machine training. That kind of stuff is done in the fall. So be on the lookout on my channel and on Instagram as well. Everywhere where I broadcast, you'll find that's when I'm going to kick that kind of stuff back up. The beginning of the year sparks all the conventions. They typically have conventions starting from January on. And the reason why they have the conventions is because that is typically the slowest period of time for most people. Everybody is recovering from Christmas, so they're not shopping as much, going to restaurants and things of that nature. Things are slower. People tend, if you're not scheduling your PMs right, you're not having a lot of work in January. January and February. So those will slow people down. You have that, and you have tax time. So that is typically a slower time for most. Your trainers have to be available, and if your trainers are busy taking their grandkids to Disney World, they're not available to do training for you in the summer. So that is why you have all your conventions, all your training. That stuff starts January on. Now we're going to have the ice machine training that's going to kick up like November on. But your conventions, they start January. So all your stuff for pizza, all your stuff for ice cream, your restaurant shows, all that kind of stuff. Any kind of convention you're interested in for dishwashers, the chemicals, and all that kind of stuff, be on the lookout for that kind of thing. The beginning of the year. And so I'll have a schedule ready as this stuff pops up, because they do these things annually. They just don't release. They already know the dates. They just don't have the actual location. So they'll typically lock this stuff down like November. So as that stuff pops up, I will let you guys know when the coffee convention is, when the clean show is, restaurant show, pizza show, all that kind of stuff, if you all are interested in it. NAFM, all that good stuff. So let's see here. This is going to be a real quick one. And I want to thank you all for contributing to the show. And all of you guys who have been hitting the super chat and all that other fun stuff, I really do appreciate that. So let's see here. Let me add a little something here. I've been seeing these skits. I think these skits are hilarious. I think these skits are funny. If you know.
Anyway, so Rachel didn't get on the plane, and that's how Friends ended.
Bruh. Hold on.
Bitch, I just asked you how you're doing. And I just told you. What are you, stupid? Hey, KFC, tough break about losing your spot. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not the number 3 chicken chain anymore. The fuck y'all talking about? Yeah, somebody took your spot, bitch. Who the fuck took my spot? Folks, I don't think we should tell KFC. It's just gonna piss them off. Right, and we don't want that? Who took my spot, bitch? Hey, guys.
What the heck? Oh, my God.
What in the unseasoned fuck is going on? You know, these little lists that they make online, they don't mean anything. They're based on sales, popularity, and overall growth. See, these are just words. Bitch, come on. I got the original recipe. You're not better than me. KFC, let's just be real. You've been falling off like a motherfucker. Meanwhile, Raising Cane's is spreading like AIDS in the 80s and 90s. I'm not crazy about that comparison, but I get the merit behind it. Yeah, don't get too comfortable, Raising Cane's. You ain't taking my spot or mine, bitch. Of course. Yes, of course. Of course. Of course. Hey, is KFC here? Spirit Halloween? What the fuck is this? Well, you know, just planning ahead. Get your ass out of here! Okay, but I'll be back. You know I'll be back. Hey, Churches, I'll be seeing you soon too. What? No, I'm doing great, right, guys? Bitch, there's literally a roach on you right now. Yeah, but it's just the one, though, right?
Yo!
Yo! You know what? Fuck all of you fake-ass bitches! Well, I should get going. I gotta get some more cane sauce. Oh, it's finger licking good. That is not your slogan, bitch! And we could put the slutty cat costumes in the back where the fryers used to be. Bitch, why you get the fuck out of here? Bitch, I'm gonna be in San Antonio, Texas, August 9th. Link is in my bio. Get your tickets today, bitch!
Okay. All right. Oh, that also gave me a little more time to think about another question that was brought up. And that question revolves around money.
You have to pay me $1 million.
So I hate to break this thing up like that, but I'm trying to answer these questions that were asked on Instagram, YouTube, in the comment section. So when you're charging your mileage, the mileage covers the cost for the vehicle. The mileage is charged from the moment you or your technician roll out the driveway to the time you get to that customer. That is billed to your customer. The time you leave that customer to go to the next customer, that entire mileage is billed to the next customer. The only time they're not billing is the time that is spent going home, which is why the large companies, they're billing customers and sending technicians that are the furthest out, bringing them closer to that technician's home. So you want to end your technician's day as close to their home as possible. So when you're cutting down on the amount of fuel that you're spending and the amount of time, windshield time, as Brother Charles likes to say, you're cutting down on that windshield time. So everything you're billing as far as the your mileage, that is what you're charging when you're going to that customer. You also include the time when you hop back in the truck and you're going to the parts house. You're charging the customer for that. Anytime that van is moving, it's billed to a customer except for that employee or your ride home. So when you're going, like I said, I'm going to go do a job tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to go do a job Wednesday. I have a suspicion I'm going to need to pick up a water circulation pump, and I'm going to charge the client from the drive to their place. And then when I'm there, when I make sure it's the circulation pump, driving on over to United Refrigeration, picking up the pump, and then driving back to their place, they're getting charged the mileage for all of that. The big guys also charge them, they're on the clock the entire time, so they're also charging them labor. So all of that fun stuff. All of that fun stuff. Any questions we have so far? And I'd like to thank, let me thank all the people who, because there was quite a few donations that came through. Well, let's see here. Oops. Quite a bit came through. So I'm gonna thank those people because this is gonna be a short one. All right, hold on one second. Oh, there we go. And yeah, it was Brother Frank, Mike Adams, Richard R. Brown. So I still got to do a video for Richard R. Brown. Got a new, they changed quite a bit. They changed quite a bit on the screen. So let me see if I can find everybody's video. If I can at all possible. Let's see here. Hold on, we got
to life's great mysteries.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
You damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah.
So we got to thank Brother Frank. Michael Adams, and we got to thank Richard R. Brown for keeping everything going. Hold on, let's see here. I think I got one for Richard R. Brown. But we'll thank Richard R. Brown, and then I'm gonna throw in. Oh, let's see here. Doggone it. I had the appliance, my family that I think where they are in Ohio. But anyway, enough of me stammering, stuttering, doing work around the house and everything, got all sidetracked and I ran out to go take care of some stuff. How many of you has signed up with Onera? So it's a ton of Costco work to be done. I don't want to get too far into it, but let's just put it like this. you're gonna need to do a number of things to each and every one of those units that is being put out there. So each and every one of those units that is being put out there by Costco, you're gonna have to make some change to those units. So I've already picked up a number of clients based on that. And some of these units have actually gone to clients I already had. But with that being said, if you guys still need information for that, I'm going to try to replay my pre-recorded videos on those. Let me see what I've got. Okay, we got a couple people. Got a couple people on IG. Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Good of you to join us.
Let me see if I can give you guys some Onera information. So this is Onera. Let me see what I'm looking at. There it is. So what you see on your screen is Onera. I mean, all type of clientele. I had never imagined they would have so much. But a lot of people are buying through Costco. It's a lot more than I had expected. A lot more than I expected. So it's Onera Group. And right now I'm running through the same thing as the brother who is selling ice. Fun story. All his equipment is down. He is currently running his business using he's currently buying all his ice. So he'll tell you guys in detail how it works, but he goes to wholesale industrial ice producers and he buys ice wholesale, and then he'll go ahead and just straight deliver it to his customer. So he doesn't make as much as he would making his own ice. He doesn't make as much. Make sure you guys are seeing this. Yeah. So Fagor, yes, Fagor has commercial laundry, OPL and coin, and then they have the food service. Make sure you guys can see this. So when you call them up, yes, they have quite a bit of dishwasher, but they're really moving the under-counter dishwashers. This is typically the concept. I don't know what they're on now, but I think it's a concept. Yeah, it's still a Concept Plus. They're typically moving the Concept Plus units. They're kind of a pain in the ass. Almost all the newer European dishwashers are all the same. They're Samick,
Yeah, same.
Fagor,
Same, but different.
and any other name you could think of. If it's coming out of Italy or Spain, they're all very, very similar. But yeah, I try to push the same ones on you guys. They have the now the ones for Costco are built differently than these. It's very similar, but the wiring is different. The ones for Costco are using aluminum wiring. And you've got to do work. Now, the nice thing is they have a nice channel up above where you have access to all the wiring. The control is right up in front. I just ordered a heater. So I've actually had the first bad heater in, man, I would say in the last couple of years. I really don't have that many bad heaters, but this is an odd one. Fun fact: this job, many are untaken says how many. What is it? What the hell? Oh, there we go. How many brands are out there again for the Silent Eye Air? In my, I believe that there are 3,000 brands out there on the market today. We are in a worldwide marketplace. So you have, I'm working on Absol from Summit. Somebody dropped the ball on that. I'm taking care of that for a customer I had from 10 years ago. Now, as far as manufacturers, you know, I want to say it might be a little under 2,000 different manufacturers. A brand is just like a car company. If you ever saw a recall, like you'll see Ford has a recall, and then on the list you'll see that there's a Toyota listed. And you're like, Toyota, but I thought they had a Ford recall. Well, it's the same thing here. They're not. These brands aren't making everything. Some of them they're making, others they're sourcing from a large number of unknown manufacturers, and then they're slapping their name on it. I had a brother that's on Instagram, and he was asking me about a crate griddle, and it was an Equip, and I'm like, I had never heard of Equip before. I don't deal with that kind of stuff, and I keep trying to tell you guys, I keep trying to beat it into your head. There are over 3,000 brands. I'm authorized on over 300 of them, and every day I hear about brands before that that's the first time for me. I have people that call me, it'll be the first time they'll tell me a name. I'll remember it. When they'll tell me a name, I'll tell them no, and then later on I'll actually find out about it. I'll discover what it is later on. But at my level in the game, I'm not trying to get bogged down trying to discover some new brand. I'm not trying to learn how everything works with them and their supply chain and their whole nine. I'm not doing it. I'm working on the brands that I already know. 300 different brands is more than enough for me. And it's going to be, once again, this is going to be regional. So that's a good question on Tank Angle. Thank you very much. It's these importers, they're shipping stuff in, and their warehouse might be in New Jersey, their warehouse might be in LA, their warehouse might be in Chicago. And because of this, that's where you're going to see their products. Wherever they're bringing their stuff in, that's where you're going to see their products the most, because they're not having to ship it around the country and worry about shipping damage and parts and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of this stuff, you're going to find out that, you know, it's local. And that's why when you guys are looking around, you're not finding anything about these different brands. And that's because it's some things, it might just be a container load worth. I get that with Goric quite a bit. I get that with Goric all the time. Here, let me give you this number for Fagor, and then I'm going to show you about Goric. Oh, let's see here. I'll do it on here. So we'll flash this up on the screen. Here's their number. They're in Florida. So once again, this stuff comes in through Miami. And yeah, it's going to be hard for you guys in Florida to get on with them, because that's where their network is the strongest. Each and every one of the higher ups gets to drive out anytime during the day and actually go to an office for an appliance company and tell them, hey, we need you to sign up. Hey, we can actually go out with you and show you how the machines work. And that's why wherever their stronghold is, it's going to be hardest for you to get on. Wherever they're branching out and getting new markets is where you have your opportunity. But there are so many different ones. Let me see here. There it is. So you have different brands like this one. I have currently have a love-hate relationship with this. The newer stuff is good. They are OEM supplier for any brand that you could think of. York is, I believe it's out of Italy. I believe it is out of Italy. They have an office here on the East Coast, like North Carolina, I believe. They also have a trainer. The whole nine. They have parts. Now, when the parts run out, now you're out of luck. Once the parts are gone, yeah, you're pretty much shot. You're pretty much shot with that kind of stuff. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, I was right. So York is out of Italy, but they do have a U.S. office. I believe it's North Carolina, and they have. Let me see here their products. Yeah, a lot of hot side. A lot of hot side. Ooh, that reminds me. I wanted to show you guys Royal. Royal is looking for servicers as well. Royal Range of California. For all you guys that are scared to death about gas, well, don't worry about it. They have electric. They have not just printed that whole thing out. They have their whole electric suite. And they're not the only one, by the way, with all electric, especially if you're out in California. Here's the electric stuff. If you're out in California, you'll know that, there's a big push to go with all electric appliances. And here in Houston used to be an all electric city. So only recently has Houston gone with gas. So you'll have residential areas where they have all electric. You'll have commercial. Some chains still only have all electric. I just had a nightclub like last month, and I drove past them today. But this nightclub, they have a kitchen in it, and everything in the kitchen is all electric. And matter of fact, they were asking me for a range for that. They wanted to switch over from the electric to gas. So here's Royal with all their electric stuff, 72-inch electric range. As a matter of fact, this is what they put on the sheet. And someone was working on one on Instagram, and they were talking about how I don't know if it was Royal. I don't know if it was Royal, but someone was working on an electric range like this one with the griddle top and the burners. And the only problem that was, the unit was dead when he got out there. And the problem he had was that the wires incoming to the unit inside of the unit had burned up. So, and that is very common. I run into that a lot, especially with ovens. I run into that quite a bit with the electric convection ovens. Not with combi ovens, but convection ovens. That is a very common thing for the connection point on the inside to melt, and also for the contactor to foul out, or even to burn, especially if the wires burn on the contactor. But with that, we've been on here 34 minutes. I'm gonna see if you guys got any questions before I go ahead and end this one real quick. You see, because I was out. Oh yeah, they got training videos on Royal. 90%, just leave this in your ear, 90% of these brands out here, they all have training videos, from the commercial laundry to the hot side, to refrigeration, to walk-ins, to dishwashers. They all have videos. There's a select few that they don't allow you to look at their videos because they don't want you working on their equipment. They have their own technicians, either their, company technicians, or that they have specific contracts with ASAs, and they only allow ASAs to work on their units, especially while they're under warranty. So in order to protect their ASAs, and any one of you could become an ASA eventually, that is what is done to protect their ASAs. So don't feel bad if you don't, if you're having a hard time getting on with some of these factories. I don't do a whole lot of this brand here. Let me show you here. It is Champion. I don't do a whole lot of Champion dishwashers. Winston-Salem. But I have a client that is selling a lot of Champion, right? So they've been pushed and incentivized to sell Champion. Where I come into play is, and they have training coming up, I think at the end of this month. Where I come into play is my client, which is the dealer, they are treated unfairly by the other service companies in the market. And they felt that way for decades, which is where I come in. So they direct all the work to me, whether it's warranty or COD. And then I usually take the warranty and just deal with it because they send me the COD. So I tried to sign up with Champion, although I've had all the training. Talked to Champion. The distributor for Champion said, oh yeah, come on, we need you because I don't have enough people to help me with these installs. And I sent my information on over to Champion, and Champion said, oh no, we have 6 ASAs in the area. We don't need you. The ASAs in the area, authorized service agents in the area, are taking care of hospitals. Memorial Hermann and Houston Methodist and any number of these large corporate hospitals that we have here in this city. They'll have Champion, they'll have Myco dishwashers. And so those guys are busy taking care of those dishwashers. They're not trying to take care of anything else. So I gotta know just on Friday, but that's not the end. So when it comes up, when the need comes up again, I'm going to put the squeeze on the distributor. So the distributor wants to sell, where's the training? The distributor wants to sell more units. And my dealer wants, where the hell is it? My dealer, product manuals. Yeah, they have all the manuals. None of this stuff is locked up. Here's all the manuals. My dealer wants to be able to call, and they don't want to hear all this negativity and, credit card number from them and all this other stuff. They want me to go out there and just take care of it and then build a factory. And so typically that's what I do. See, there's like rack conveyors. Oh, good, you guys can see. There it is. I'm using a whole new browser, and I'm still using StreamYard, but I'm using a whole new browser and everything else like that. I had too many problems with Chrome, with Google Chrome, so I'm using a whole nother one. But yeah, they have the whole QR codes where you get to pull up all the manuals and everything right then and there. So I'll go through all this to say, hey, don't worry about it. Keep going. Learn the trade. What I'm doing with you guys is I'm having you guys start out with these lesser known brands. Your way out. Oh yeah, man, I'm 5 hours. I'm 5 hours away. So I appreciate you asking about me, but yeah, I'm in Houston. I'm in Houston. So it's I'm 5 hours from New Orleans, and I'm 5 hours from that area that's on the other side of San Antonio. So I'm 5 hours from, well, about 4.5 hours south of Dallas. Yeah. No, when we flood, the whole world knows about it, because people are like walking around with their whole damn house over their head wading through water. So when we flood, we well below sea level. Well below sea level. But yeah, we haven't flooded in about a good 5 years. A good 5 years. But yeah, my method, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna end the show. But my method is to bring you newer people on, whether you're coming from truck driving, whether you were real estate agents, residential appliance technicians. If you're coming in, I'm bringing you guys in and having you learn with the newer, lesser known brands. They're the ones that have the greatest need. They're the ones that their products aren't well equipped for the US and Canada market. Europe is a different animal. Asia is a different animal. Australia is a different animal. So when they bring this stuff over here, first of all, a lot of stuff is on 110, 119 volts. Everywhere else is 220 and above. So right there's issues. And then we have in this area, well, this part of the world, we have high humidity and so many different issues that they don't deal with in a lot of other places around the world. So our stuff is, things in New Orleans are going to break down a whole lot differently than they normally do in Narita, Japan, because they're not dealing with that same level of humidity. They're not dealing with that same level of abuse from the employees. So it's a whole different animal. And just like to bring this thing all back, the whole thing with Onera, however they tested, whatever they did, these units aren't able to cope with the humidity that we're experiencing in Florida. The whole Florida, Biloxi, New Orleans, Houston, it's not able to keep up with these humid conditions. And so we're having a lot of condensation issues and things like that. Not in the places you would think. And it's really wreaking havoc on these units. And the warranty is quick. So as you're doing these jobs, remember to get your information out there to the customer. These are your clients. Just because you went out on a unit that's a True unit, True has got nothing to do with the customer. That's all up to you. Onera, which owns Asper and Fagor and the one over there at Costco, they are only dealing with that actual item. They have nothing to do with the customer. So I just had the part just came in today. I ordered the part on Friday. They sent it out from Partstown, came in today. And I'm able to pick up a COD. So not only do they have a Reed oven, but they have a walk-in, and it's an all interior walk-in. It's self-contained where the condenser is mounted to the top of the unit. I'm working on the Onera unit, and I'm looking right at, let me see if I got these pictures. I'm looking right at the condenser unit for the walk-in. And I'm noticing all this water. I'm noticing that the condensation, the evaporation that was left behind by previous puddles of water. So I'm like, hey, something is not right here. Something is not right. And sure enough, as I finished with it and I told them what I was seeing, what I dealt with, let me see if I can get this thing going. I end up picking up a COD call. So after I finish with this Onera unit, I'm going to fix the walk-in. Now, walk-in is an R290 and it's got leaks. So I told them I was going to go ahead and finish up with the other unit and then go ahead and do the leaks on that walk-in. Turns out they have 2 bakeries. So with this one warranty call from Onera, I end up picking up two locations. And that's typically what happens, but you have to speak up and you got to let them know. So this location has two speed ovens, 2 Mary Chefs. And when you know, I've had the Mary Chef training. I had the Mary Chef training on that. They had 2 Mary Chef speed ovens. They've got a Reed oven. And feel free to leave something in the feel free to leave anything in the comment section if you haven't heard of a Reed oven. They have a Reed oven, which I'm a servicer for. They got some Hobart ovens and stuff. I don't deal with Hobart, but other than that, and then they have beverage air. So they got about 2 or 3 beverage air prep tables. So this is, all in all, it's a pretty good client. It's about 3 years old now. So everything is out of warranty. So hold on one second. Let me drop this. Let me see if I can add these images. Let's see how this works on this one. Oh, no. Damn. Let's see if this works. Uh-oh, I have to quit. We'll do that later. Shit. All right, so that's not gonna happen. Hold on, I'd have to share this the old school way. Your browser has blocked my screen. I don't know what the hell that means. Let me show some images. Oh, no. All right, that'll have to be for next time. SQ Services, what's happening? What's the word? Let me show you this. I was going to show you the actual items. Damn, I was going to show you pictures of the actual freaking items. So this is a Reed oven, which bakers tend to have. There's about, there's about 5 or 6 of these ovens. There could be more. There's about 5 or 6 of these ovens that are identical. I don't know what the story is behind that. Who was the original? Which one was, because that's usually the case. Which one had employees that broke free and started their own thing? But that's usually the thing. So you'll have employees become disenfranchised with the company, and then they will branch. Oh shoot, you guys couldn't see that. Damn. And then the employees will like break out. They'll be like, ah, hell with this. Oh, that's right. Damn. Hold on a second. Let me add this. I said I was going to get off of here like 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago, I said I was going to leave. Let's see if you guys got it. All right. So I picked up this customer just with a simple, just off of warranty. And that's typically how you should be. I have a 50-50. So for every, every other call I go out from a factory, I want to pick up a customer. So these Reed ovens, and I've shown some of these before. Let's see if you guys, so these things are huge. I wish I could show you guys the damn pictures. Tower of Strength, what's happening, brother? Let me see which one of this is. I'm gonna share this. So these things are massive. They're typically a room. they're a room in itself. And imagine a Ferris wheel. And so that's what these are. So instead of you sitting in on a bench, you actually have a shelf where they put bread or cookies and all that kind of stuff. Man, none of this stuff won't work. Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm always working. And today I had to go and I was doing a lot of paperwork today. Doing a lot of paperwork. And then I had to spend some time with the little one. I took her to Chinatown. Oh, come on. I took her to Chinatown. And I went by my UPS location and picked up the heating element for a job I got to do tomorrow. And then after that, I do that, I'm gonna go fix their walk-in. It's a walk-in by Norlake, and it's an R290. It's got 2 compressors, 1 evaporator, and I believe the unit is pretty much out of refrigerant. It's cycling on all the time. It's overflowing the drain pan. But these, through these little, this is the oven that the bakeries have. So they got a one just like Crumble Cookie has, where the oven goes around like a carousel, and you got this one where it's like a Ferris wheel on the inside, and you're able to slide the product onto the shelves, and it moves real slowly, and this way it gives even baking, and it doesn't burn the items, not unless you leave it in there too long. So I got this. Theirs is already squealing. It was brand new when they got it. Like I said, they've had it for about 3 years, but the previous owner didn't know how to lubricate all the bearings. And so as the thing turns and pivots, it's giving an ear piercing screeching sound. So I'm gonna have to go in there and then lubricate all those bearings, all of those freaking bearings on that oven. And then they have, hold on one second. Then they got the Mary Chef. So they have 2 of these. Specific, yeah, it's the Icon. So they got 2 of those side by side. And then they have a number of prep tables. And then let me show you the Norlake that they got. Norlake walk-in, and it's a freaking R290. It's an R290. So it pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much, okay, so it's pretty much like this one here. So it's a unit like this, and in front of it to the left is the unit that I was, well, yeah, next to the door was the 2-door freezer that I was working on. And so as I'm up working on the very top of it, I'm able to look at that condenser, and I'm just looking at all of this water streaming out of that damn condenser. So let me see if we can show you here where it says that this damn unit is a freaking R290. And I cannot believe, oh, this is all old paperwork, 134A. All old paperwork. So I am a Norlake. I'm a Norlake ASA, and I'm on the phone just so you guys understand. Hey man, I'm on the phone with Norlake, and they're trying to tell me to go ahead and have somebody else run the call. And then so finally at the end of the call, I told him, I said, hey, I'm an ASA for you guys. I got my number. I got my Norlake, I got my Norlake number. And he was like, oh, okay, well, it's out of warranty anyway. You go ahead and take care of it. And I was like, damn. So it's a COD. It's out of warranty. Let's see here. It is a COD. It's this thing is 3 years old, so it's already out of warranty. These are the only walk-ins that I do. RDI, these Norlake ones, all the ones where the condenser is on the inside of the building. As long as I don't have to go out to the roof, those are the ones I deal with. So it is. That's the condenser unit, and the evaporator is in the box. So it's like the one that you see in the middle here. It's just like that. Yeah, yes. And it has, it's got one condenser, one evaporator, 2 compressors. Let me send this over. So that's what I was like, what? Wait a minute. So 1 compressor, 2 evaporators. Oh yeah, that's right. I'll just do this. I will do this. All right, let me open that and let me see if I can add this to. Oh. Everything it wants me to redo it. Hold on 1 second. And I got the inside pictures of it. I'm gonna put this on the desktop. Boom. All right, cool. On the desktop, now let's see what we can work out. If I do this, let me see if I can add this. And I can. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. Let's see what we got here. Let me see if I can just show the desktop. So I'll just put these on the desktop. Man, I was not. Oh, it won't show it because it's an Apple file. Damn. None of these want to show. Oh man, I tried. All right, so I tried. Sorry about that, but yeah, it's got. Damn. Let's see if I can show you this damn. You know what? I have to show this. I have to do this guerrilla style. Oh, it's not gonna show. None of it wants to work. I'm sorry. None of it want to work. I didn't get a chance to upload this stuff. RSG, let's see here. Yeah, System 1 and System 2, 4.75 ounces each one. But it's 1 condenser, and it's 1 condenser, 1 evaporator. 1 condenser, 1 evaporator on this, and it's R290. Oh, I lost Instagram. All right, so we're at an hour. Because I have to do some work from this one. I'll be up on top of that unit, so I might be able to go live from that one, so you guys will be able to see. And I got some other good news. My customer went with the lease on the cold draft. Not only did they want to go with the lease on the cold draft, but they're kicking out Trimark. Their lease is up, and they're not only going to lease that cold draft, but they're also going to lease the Scotsman from me. So they're going to lease 2 ice machines from me. So that makes it a lot more convenient for me. I get to charge them for it works out a lot better because I get to charge them for 2 ice machine cleaning. So that'll cover whenever the technician goes over there to do the cleaning. The Scotsman is going to be a cubelet. So it's the soft chewable ice, and the cold draft is the square cubes. I'm supplying the filters, the whole 9, and then I get to remove and keep the cold draft because they own the cold draft. Trimark/ISI is taking back their Scotsman, and I get to give them a new one. So I'll be able to have some videos on that. And then, so I have a lot more other stuff coming up. But anyway, we're at the 1 hour mark. It's been a hectic day, paperwork day. I hate paperwork days. But tomorrow I got double door freezer to work on. I got a conveyor, a CMA conveyor dishwasher to work on tomorrow. And then I got some more ice machines to do. Got a Scotsman, I believe circulation pump is down on, all that kind of stuff. So I will catch you guys on Thursday. Catch you later.
Liar!
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
You damn skippy it was, bro, man. You got to go, man. Nah, follow this trail. You got to get up on out of here. Let's go, bro, man. You know, you got to roll with it, you know? Let's go.